Today I would like to talk about why it's important to accept the present moment like you actually chose it. All living beings, including humans, undergo suffering in life. It's inherent in living as a human being. It's challenging, it's unpredictable. From the moment life begins, every life form faces difficulties and obstacles. This holds true for humans, animals, and plants alike. The journey of life involves constant challenges, and this actually promotes growth and adaptation. It's important. So regardless of the form it takes, difficulties and obstacles emerge as soon as we enter the world. But are these obstacles inherently a bad thing, or do they have a good side? Do they hinder our personal well-being, or could they be the path to freedom? This is really something that we as human beings can reflect on and perhaps shift how we interact with the challenges in life. Reflecting on our own lives, we often see what appears to be a series of barriers and challenges limiting our peace and happiness. Some individuals perceive life as constantly blocking them. And this can lead to various reactions. Some may develop belief systems that attribute all this to a higher power or fate. Others may adopt a belief that maintaining a continuous stream of positive thinking can eliminate these obstacles. But the reality is, positive thinking can bring about some positive shifts. It doesn't exempt us from life's inherent challenges and difficulties. These are just a part of being a human living being, of being any living thing on this planet. Another type of difficulty arises from our own minds. The mind tends to create unnecessary suffering. And we're unaware of all the problems that the mind's creating and that could be avoided. So in addition to creating conflicts and unnecessary problems, our minds can transform what is actually manageable into larger issues, bigger than they actually are. And this occurs when we unconsciously identify with our minds, with our egoic mind, and we're completely immersed in it and believing everything it says. When we do this, challenges that could have been avoided become actually worse, intensified due to this identification. We find ourselves experiencing the consequences of the problems generated by our own minds. And this, as I said, this is suffering as a result of an unconscious identification with the thoughts that the mind creates. It's not pleasant, but does it serve a purpose? Can it be our actual catalyst for awakening? It is only through the profound experience of suffering that a realization can happen. And this revelation can occur when we reach a breaking point and we declare, I can't take this anymore. And this was my personal experience. In my personal example, I suffered with intense headaches due to concussions. I tried everything to get rid of the headaches, including meditation eventually. But as you might know, meditating to make something happen or to get rid of something doesn't work. I can remember after actually 6 months of pretty much constant meditation, I finally gave up. I actually said, I give up. I'm tired of fighting this. At that moment, I saw the extra suffering that was being created by the mind, and that wasn't truly who I was. And this is my story, but it's not always the case. Some people awaken with little suffering in their lives. Another example is insomnia. There might be a night when we're suffering with insomnia, overwhelmed by it, and we just declare, I can't live with this mind anymore. It's during such moments of intense suffering that the illusory nature of the self becomes really apparent. The unhappy entity that's created by the mind is recognized as an illusion. And this awakening might take more years to completely unfold, but it's the very beginning of something crucial. In essence, the suffering becomes a transformative force, leading to a profound shift. It's through this experiencing and transcending the suffering created by the mind that true awakening occurs. So back to the title of the talk, can we embrace each moment as if it were our conscious choice? This is simple yet profoundly powerful. It's a powerful mindset. It's an invaluable approach to navigating life. So when we're faced with a situation, can we acknowledge it as if it were a deliberate decision on our part, right? Just that we consciously chose it. It's acceptance. It doesn't necessarily imply that we choose a circumstance. It's about recognizing the current reality in front of us is actually here. And we're just choosing to accept it. And that can actually lead to a quicker resolution to whatever's in front of us. So returning to the theme of suffering, the ego falls away more and more as we see that the majority of our suffering arises in the mind. It's mind created. It's unnecessary. It's the unconscious identification that we have with the egoic mind. And as we undergo realizations and seeing this mental suffering begins to dissolve. What persists is the suffering that we have just because we have a physical body. The body ages, it becomes ill, no matter how awake we are. Yet adopting the perspective of accepting each moment as if it were a chosen moment can really transform the challenges that we face that are unavoidable, such as aging, one that I'm facing. Old age comes with physical difficulties, injuries. But can we reframe these challenges with acceptance, preventing us from escalating it into more mind-created suffering? And this outlook invites a realization that even in the face of aging and its potential hardships, a conscious choice to accept the present moment can alleviate that additional suffering created in the mind and really lead to more peace and harmony in our lives. The inherent destiny of many humans involves grappling with suffering. The suffering is an integral part of the challenges that every life form faces, regardless of what we are. And these obstacles, whenever they're experienced, are essential for the evolution of whatever species it might be, including humans. They're not mere hindrances or obstacles. Instead, they really serve as catalysts for growth, including spiritual growth. So what may appear as obstacles are, in reality, potential openings for profound transformation. The very challenges that seem to impede us and hold us back actually hold the capacity to make us conscious, to awaken us. And adopting this attitude that each difficulty or challenge is potentially an opportunity to awaken can be a profound and powerful mindset. Life's difficulties can really help expand our state of awareness and consciousness. The key lies in embracing each moment as if it were a choice, a moment that you chose. So when we're faced with an obstacle, we refrain from complaining about it or avoiding it. Instead, we go with the moment. We go with the flow of the moment. We accept it. And from this place of acceptance, we can decide what action's possible, necessary, and we can act appropriately. And if no action is necessary or feasible, we just simply remain in silent acceptance. So one of the primary sources of suffering stems from the identification with incessant thinking. So we carry within, many individuals carry within their minds hostile, life-denying thoughts that continuously criticize and judge the person. So we're breaking free from this cycle, liberating ourselves from identification with the ego. To achieve true freedom, one must disentangle themselves from the belief that these critical and attacking thoughts define who we are. Becoming ego-free means transcending the habitual identification with thought. So we move beyond the obstacles towards awakening. If you enjoyed this talk, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and hope to see you soon.